Oh, dude, so the other day, I was... And then... Like... Oh, man, I know exactly what you mean. Whenever I'm... Yeah, I always... Yeah, I love that.
A lot of females use photo filters these days on their social media accounts to appear more attractive to manipulate. If you have a slow car, this is like a real life filter to sound faster, to manipulate. If you also want to look faster, you could get this right here. Not one fake turbo. Two fake turbos. Fake twin turbo. I used quick splices to attach them. Power. And the switch right here. And that's how I have both of them going at the same time. So I'll be able to distribute this under the hood so it's louder. So place them in different spots. Fake twin turbo. They hear you boosting, they hating.
There you go. So if I'm only partially on the...
Okay, looking at the engine here, I think the best spot to mount it, the only clear spot to mount it, is right here somewhere using one of the brackets. So here's going to be the spot. I'm going to ground the black wire right there and then run the wires through here. I was going to go through the firewall, but I don't feel like raising the car right now, and I don't know if I'm going to leave this in. But if you want to go through the firewall, probably your best bet is to go through the steering wheel connection. Okay, here's a bracket. I could just drill some holes right here and drill it onto here so it's not wobbling around. I'll think about it. I'll think if I want to leave this in. So there it is. Right there. Turbo. Why is your turbo way over there and not attached to anything? Okay, I was anticipating this part. I knew, like I said, I'm not going through the firewall. I'm just going to go through the door here. I knew the wires aren't going to be long enough, so I picked up some extra wire. This black one right here, the negative, I'm just going to ground it right here. I'm going to take this bolt out. Is this plastic? No, it's metal. So I'm going to take this bolt out and sand it, and that should be a good ground. So let's start off with that. Okay, I sanded this down right here, sanded the bolt down. So now there should be a good ground right here. Like I said, the battery of this car is in the back, so you know, most batteries are in the front, so if you're doing this, you could always just put this on the negative terminal of your battery. I'm just going to ground this right here. Okay, this next part is your call. All wires the same. regardless of the outside color. The color is just there so you don't confuse yourself. I have 50 feet of black wire right here, and that's all I'm going to use. But I'm going to start off one at a time. So first thing I'm going to extend is the power. So I'm going to hook this up to the fuse box. So I'm going to go ahead and see how much I need. Then I'm going to work with these to get them into the car. But if you want, you could get black or red, you know, extra wire that matches up with these so you don't get confused. I'm simply just going to go, you know, one wire at a time right now. Okay, here's the power wire extended. I'm going to hide it in here right like that. Run it under the dash. Here's the power wire. This fell off. Fix that later. Here's a power wire right here. What I'm going to do, yeah, you should probably disconnect the battery. I don't feel like it right now. But what I'm going to do is use a add a fuse kit. This is how it's going to run. Yeah, it's only going to, the speaker's only going to be on when the car is on. I'm going to share the circuit, the fuse, with the stereo right there, radio, accessory, where are you at? Right there, 10 amp, right here, 10, so it's all similar. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, here's the wires stripped using the wire strippers right here. These are cheap, so get one of these. Make your life easier. All right, now I'm just gonna crimp these together. Okay, there it is, plugged to the fuse box. Add a fuse kit. Moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Okay, so it's connected to the fuse box. It's grounded. It doesn't sound like it's on. It shouldn't turn on until I start the car, have the car in the on position. Test it out real quick. Nothing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the car on and see if it works. If it works, all that's left is extend these wires, attach this to the gas pedal. Okay, key is in the on position. Let's try it out. It works. Got it. Now to hook everything up. Okay, green wire extended here. More than enough to get under the pedal. Now I just got to get the blue. Where's my wire at? And I have plenty of wire left. Okay, all the wires are extended. Here we go. It works. Now to just put it under the pedal and test this out and clean everything up. Okay, to keep it steady, I'm just going to use a little 3M tape. There's a flat spot on my gas pedal, and then I'm just going to zip tie it to the gas pedal. This is basically to keep it steady, and the zip tie is to hold it in place. Okay, here's everything fairly cleaned up. Going through here, coming down under the carpet, and there's the switch right under the pedals. So step on the gas, let go of the pedal, and there it works. I don't think the zip tie is actually doing much. I'm just gonna probably take that off. Hopefully the 3M tape stays. So there's your fake blow-off valve install right there.
The blow-off valve sound only comes on if my foot's more than halfway on the gas. So if I'm just driving normal, you know, like I'm gonna pull away right now, you won't hear it when I let go of the gas, let off the gas. See, no sound. But if I'm on the throttle a little more, there it is. There you go. So if I'm only partially on the gas, it's not gonna make that sound. So, you know, if you don't want attention on yourself drawn to you.
Alright, today's video, fake turbo install, easy edition. Took this out of my Saturn when I sold this. Made a video about this installed in the Saturn. I'll pin it in the comments. I had it rigged up to the fuse box, and the turbo switch, I had it under the gas pedal, so when I released the gas, that's when it made the turbo sound. In this case, I'm just going to use this as a button. I'm not going to rig it under any pedals. This is going to be the easy install edition. A lot of the comments I get is, can I install this directly to the battery instead of the fuse box? The reason I had it on the fuse box is because I just wanted this turbo to turn on when the car was in the hot position. But yeah, you can install it directly to the battery, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. The only drawback is you have to unplug it, unhook it every time you get out of your car, or you might risk draining your battery. So for the easy install, I'm going to use some clamps. $3.50. Get yourself some clamps. The switch wire is extended. I just use black wire. You don't have to match the color if you don't want to. You could just match the color, see, right there, if you don't want to confuse yourself, but I'm cool. So I just use some black wire. The power wire, you don't need to extend it unless your battery's in the back. It's in the trunk, so battery wire won't be extended. So I'm going to attach these wires to the clamps. Owning wire strippers is good, but if you don't have one of these or you can't afford one, you could use a razor blade or some scissors, but be really careful. But wire strippers are good to have. I think they're only like $6. Wires are stripped. Slip the little covers right here, like onto the wires, or wires are stripped. So you could slip the little clamp covers onto the wire here, right there. So pretty simple. There's like a little hole right here. So just slip the wire through the hole and then wrap it and then slide the cover on top of it. Okay, to test the power, I have this little jump box here. So positive, negative, clamps are attached. I hear the fake turbo on, and let's test it right now. There you go, it works. Now let's go ahead and attach it to the car. Okay, here's the car. I'm installing it in. I'm just using clamps, so just like I showed you guys, so easy to wire. Clamp it onto the battery, and then the switch, it works. So I found this bolt right here. I took the bolt off already, right there. I'll put the fake turbo right here. Okay, there it is mounted. It's under the hood line, so the hood will clear. Let's put the wires aside. I'm not going to go through the firewall because this isn't my car. So I'm just going to go through the door from the outside, like that, inside the interior. But if you're installing this in your car, just go through the firewall, go through the steering wheel. That way the wire's not sticking out outside. This is just a demo. A little sound demo under a bridge. Rev it up. Fake turbo. Fake turbo, fake twin turbo.